Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is not important, and as always, I am your host. Let's go. SBF Alameda minted $38 billion USDT to profit off arbitrage trading. Coinbase director. That is a lot of Tether. Bitcoiner drops BitVM paper, bringing Ethereum-like contracts to Bitcoin. And last up for the day, Crypto RFK Jr. leaves Democrats to campaign for U.S. president as independent. I'm not sure how people feel about RFK. Personally, I'm on the fence. There's things he says that I like. There's things he says I don't like. But if you've watched me talk about him since he joined the race, you know that I've said that the Democrats will not let him win. He is against a lot of the machine. He's just not a pawn, right? So I've said this from the get-go. Like even though he was running as a quote-unquote Democrat, the Democrats will not let him get into the primary. And I'm sure he's aware of that. So I'm assuming this is a decision he made basically as a middle finger to them and to, potentially have a better chance. But I got to be honest, we are, as much as we think we're a two-party system, man. And I think if this does anything, this hurts his chances of winning. Even Trump said this. If you go way back, if Trump was asked if he'd ever run for president, would he run? And he had said, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. He goes, but I'd probably run Republican because the Democrats wouldn't have me. And if I ran independent, I wouldn't win. And I want to win. So something to think about. Let's go to the market. Guys, current market cap right now sitting at 1.07 trillion. Bitcoin dominance getting up there, 50.2%. Ethereum's dropping 17.8%, and gas way down. 6 way will get you ETH transaction. Fear and greed sitting at 43, considered neutral. We're gonna blow through the top 100. We had a pullback yesterday, but then it leveled off. Let's see if there's any outliers. Cosmos moving 3.44, not a significant move, but it's moving. Tezos up 5.69% on the day. %4 on the upside for Clay. That's it for your top 100. Outside of that, nothing really exciting going on, kind of sideways. All right, Bitcoin 4 hour, here we are. The bearish and the bullish. We dipped yesterday. We hit that lower trend line of the ascending channel that I am playing with the idea of. And we bounced, we went up, we came back down, we lost it, and the bullish sentiment is we bounced off 27,310. So 27,310 still looking like strong support. Fingers crossed if we continue to hold that. We are playing with the flirting with the 27.6 line. Again, the market's really what's the word I'm looking for? Oh man, I can't think of the word. People just don't know what's going on right now. They're looking at the conflict in the Middle East. So I think a lot of people are either selling a little bit or just waiting and watching. No big moves. There are talks of moves to downside. 26K is a significant number people are looking for. Keep your guys' eye on that. If we lose, especially if we lose 27.3, be prepared for a potential drop down to 26. Let's look at 7 minute real quick just for fun to see what kind of patterns we're pulling. right, 7-minute. Flirted with the line, bounced up to 27.3. And then we're playing right now with this 27.6. We will go ahead and drag this out. Right, guys. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Go back to the 4-hour real quick. Green dot on the 4-hour. Sitting right at neutral with the RSI. Yeah. Just a lot of indecision in the market. People aren't sure what's going on, what's going to happen. People are waiting to see oil prices, things like that. Just be prepared, guys. It's not looking strong, I'll tell you that much. It is looking weak, in my opinion. That doesn't mean we won't just eventually rip. But this cluster here is potentially, especially on the 4-hour, is potentially a bear flag. But it's looking weak, guys. To me, I mean, if we lose these levels, definitely a chance to open up a short, especially if we lose this 27.310. If we lose this support, could potentially open up a short, make yourself some money. But nothing's changed. Levels are all still the same, guys. It's still kind of sideways action on the long term. Trying to look for anything in the short term. Potential mini head and shoulders right here on the 4, which is bearish. Yeah. All right, guys, that's all I got for Bitcoin. Let's move on to news. SBF's Alameda minted 38 billion USDT to profit off arbitrage trading, says Coinbase director. Coinbase director Connor Grogan has flagged on-chain data that highlights massive USDT mints ordered by Sam Bankman-Fried's Alameda research in 2021. Blockchain data flagged by Coinbase director Colin Grogan indicates that Alameda research redeemed over $38 billion for Tether tokens in 2021, despite not having the equivalent asset under management. According to Grogan, the total value of USDT created was higher than Alameda's total assets on its books at the height of the wider cryptocurrency market bull run in 2021. Grogan also suggests that FTX ordered USDT redemptions were likely to have been from Alameda's tokens totaling 3.9 billion USDT. The majority of its redemption amount was carried out during the collapse of Terra's algorithmic stablecoin. In January of 2021, former Alameda co-CEO Sam Trabucco weighed in on prevailing reports of significant USDT mints carried out by Tether and gave insights into how Alameda profited on arbitrage opportunities relating to the value of USDT to various trading pairs across different exchanges. Trabucco described how the premium in which USDT trades to $1 was typically volatile, given that Bitcoin to USDT trades resulted in a slight deficit in basis points when compared to BTC USD trades. And note, these are the best markets to use to determine whether USDT is trading. The combo of BTC to USDT and BTC to USD markets, e.g., are way more liquid than any exchange's USDT to USD market. So the prices from these, even though it's a two-leg trade, matter way more. Trabucco went on to explain that other United States dollar stablecoins like USDC had a less volatile premium due to the creation and redemption process involved with USDT. Given that select firms have the ability to create and redeem USDT, most market players acquire and trade USDT from markets themselves and not directly from Tether Treasury. And when USDT gets above $1, a sophisticated firm like Alameda with great setups on all the exchanges and bots to execute more than one leg at a time is going to want to sell. And we do a lot. Trabucco added that Alameda was able to safely put on big bets due to its ability to do USDT creations and redemptions when it needed to. The former Alameda CEO described it as a win-win situation for the trading firm and stability of USDT's dollar peg. Obviously, we're making money because we can. Example, selling above where we create, but we're also bringing the price in line, so that's when the aggro buyers come in. It sticks close to $1. As a result, Alameda profited by collecting the premium on arbitrage opportunities through its ability to create USDT tokens. Sam Bankman-Fried himself also chimed in on the debate in 2021, stating that Alameda actively redeemed USDT for US dollars. Cointelegraph reached out to Tether to confirm the amount of USDT tokens that had been minted at the request of Alameda. I'm sure they haven't got a response. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. But arbitrage is a way to make money if you've got lots of money. Trust me. Small amounts of gains with large amounts of capital equal large amounts of gains. Small percentage of gains with large amounts of capital equal large gains. All right. Bitcoiner drops BitVM paper bringing Ethereum-like contracts to Bitcoin. Before I even read this, and again, I'm not the biggest blockchain analytics, I'm not that smart. I'm just not. I'm a trader. But my only issue I can see with this before even getting into this article is this would really bog down Bitcoin's network because of how slow it is. Unless it's through Lightning, I don't know. We'll see. Call me an idiot, because I am. The author of the white paper, Rob Alina's based BitVM's architecture on Ethereum's optimistic rollups with fraud proofs and recent Merkle tree developments. This is going to be a one for the smart people. I can already tell. A Bitcoin developer has proposed a new way to bring more expressive off-chain smart contracts to Bitcoin without needing a soft fork. Announced in an October 9th white paper titled BitVM Compute Anything on Bitcoin by ZeroSync project lead Robin Linus, BitVM enables turning complete Bitcoin contracts without altering Bitcoin's consensus rule. A Turing complete system is one that can theoretically provide an answer to any computational problem. With BitVM, the logic of Bitcoin contracts would be executed off-chain, but verification would be made on Bitcoin, similar to Ethereum's optimistic rollup. BitVM's architecture is based on fraud proofs and a challenge response model where a prover can make claims and a verifier can perform a fraud proof to punish the prover when false claims are made. Linus explained that Bitcoin in its current form is limited to basic operations such as signatures, time locks, and hash locks. But that can now be broadened with BitVM, which Linus says can compute a host of interesting applications. Potential applications include games like chess, Go, or poker, and particular verification and validate proofs in Bitcoin contracts. Additionally, it might be possible to bridge Bitcoin to foreign chains, build a prediction market, and emulate novel opcodes, said Linus. Linus said a limitation of the model is that it's limited to two-party setting with a prover and a verifier, and that a significant amount of off-chain computation and communication is needed to execute the programs. Linus said the next milestone is to fully implement the BitVM in addition to a tree++, a high-level programming language to write and debug Bitcoin contracts. BitVM is enabled by the Taproot soft fork, which took place in November 2021. Linus cited Ethereum research into optimistic rollups and a study on Merkle trees in contributing to the 8-page white paper. A prominent Bitcoiner Eric Wall posted on X that the concepts outlined in the BitVM white paper check out, and that he is cautiously excited to see what real-world experiments stem from it. Bitcoin analyst Dylan LeClaire is also impressed with BitVM's white paper, but Adam Back, a Bitcoin Core contributor, suggested that people shouldn't get too excited about the development just yet. All right, just checking out how long this article is. I'm like, this is just get deeper and deeper into stuff that I don't understand. It's gonna be kind of dry and boring. One builder in the blockchain space, Dotted Data noted that there is already proof of concept on GitHub. Another ex-user, Sam Parker, attempted to resolve a common fear among Bitcoin maximalists by explaining that BitVM won't force Bitcoins to be locked into these contracts. Finally, this is an opt-in. If you don't trust the coins being locked to some Turing complete contract, totally reasonable, then don't lock them to a Turing complete smart contract. One of the beauties of the UTXO system is security sandboxing. Others, such as PSAGE, say BitVM adds to the list of things that will push Bitcoin's price forward in the next bull market. Cointelegraph contacted Linus for comment but did not receive an immediate response. We'll see, man. I'm always curious, just like why, like what is the point? And maybe I'm just a trader. I'm here to make money. What's the point of adding this stuff to Bitcoin? Let Bitcoin be what it is. There are plenty of other options for these types of transactions, in my opinion. But again, who am I? Let me know what you think. Comments down below if this is something that you understand. It's a little bit above my pay grade. I am not going to lie. All right, last but not least, Mr. RFK Jr. leaves Democrats to campaign for U.S. president as an independent. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is starting his presidential candidacy as an independent with a strong showing of 90%, according to the super PAC supporting him. That's far behind Biden and Trump. Yep. I mean, I'm sure Biden's numbers are inflated and all bullshit, but that's my opinion. Pro-crypto candidate for the United States presidency, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., often known as simply as RFK Jr., announced on October 9th at a rally in Philadelphia that he was dropping his bid for nomination in a Democratic primary to run as an independent instead. I'm here to declare myself as a independent candidate, he said. Kennedy has been a supporter of crypto, and he stated that one of the goals of his administration would be making America the global hub of cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin. He revealed plans in July to back the US dollar with the hard currencies such as gold, silver, platinum, and Bitcoin. Kennedy was also a vocal opponent of the Federal Reserve's FedNow instant payment system, equating it with a central bank digital currency, and stating in a Twitter, now X, weird, usually it's the opposite, post that CBDCs greased a slippery slope to financial slavery and political tyranny. I agree. And that there was no obvious danger that this is the first step in banning and seizing Bitcoin. The U.S. Federal Reserve Board later launched a public awareness campaign to differentiate FedNow from a CBDC. Right. Kennedy had been teasing his decision for several days. The Super Political Action Committee, PAC, Super PAC, supporting him, American Values 2024, released polling results on October 2nd that it claimed showed he would be the strongest independent candidate in the modern history of U.S. elections. But that doesn't mean shit if he doesn't win. Sorry, it's just the truth. With support of 19% of the electorate, that is compared to 38% support for U.S. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. Hundreds of independent candidates have declared their candidacy in the 2024 presidential race, but few of them have attracted widespread notice. The only remaining Democratic Party challenger to Biden is now writer Marianne Williamson. Right. The Kennedy name has been closely associated with the Democratic Party for generations, but RFK Jr.'s position on a variety of issues, such as his opposition to vaccines, have alienated him from the party's mainstream and his own family. Jesus Christ. Kennedy's views of crypto are often comparable to those of Republican presidential contender and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. DeSantis shared Kennedy's antipathy for FedNow and a CBDC. Slaughtering this one, guys. I'm sorry. As well as his support for Bitcoin. Polls show DeSantis running a distant second to Trump for the Republican primary nomination. With Biden and Trump leading the polls for the two main U.S. parties, it seems possible the next president will be a crypto opponent who supports a CBDC, despite suggestions within the industry that crypto will be a decisive issue for voters in the 2024 presidential election. Right. I don't know, man. I haven't decided who I'm for or against yet. I'm definitely not for Biden. I mean, That's a given. You guys can hate me for that, but just look around. We'll see what RFK does. I mean, I don't, my opinion, and who am I? I'm a nobody. My opinion is doing this further solidifies the fact that he will not win going independent. Let me know what you guys think. Comments down below. Outside of that, look at Bitcoin one last time. Dipping below that 27.6. Keep an eye on the upper bottom trend line of the ascending channel. And if we lose it, 27.310 to hold. If not, we going down. All right. Guys, that's all I've got for you this morning. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, please by all means subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for notifications. Above all, if there's anything you want to do to help support this channel and help support the adoption of crypto, guys, watch the videos and like them. Like. That's the biggest thing. Like the videos so we can get this in front of more people. And I'll see you guys outside of that, guys. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. I'm out.